Welcome to
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing?
talk about so many different things
How you
in
been?
life and living.
What's going on? What's good?
The stories are
Are you getting it in?
and check it
Somebody getting it for you?
out.
What's going on, people? Subscribe to my channel. What's going on, people? It is the day of another day that we call Thursday. And it would have been said, what's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being safe in this world we're living in, and knocking down doors and making your dreams come true and practicing ignore. Now I want to talk about something. Give me a second. Okay. This is the thing. Now, this is long, right? This is the thing. I'm hot. I think the hormones kind of got me a little warm and stuff. I'm a little hot and stuff, so which is different. Maybe coming out with a cold. I don't know. But anyway, the weather keeps changing and stuff like that, so I really don't know what's gonna be what sometime. But this is the thing. I've noticed someone actually walked up, well, not walked up, but called me and told me, have the conversation in reference to my Indian statues. Now, me myself, I had no idea so many men are afraid of my Indian statues. At first, I didn't know mine. Back in the day, I had them and stuff since I was really young. Like, I started collecting them when I was, oof. I started collecting them when I was around, oof, I don't even know. Anyway, I started collecting in my 20s. So the thing is, let me just give you a little rough draft about. I'm gonna give you what they said first. This is the thing. Guys that come to see me and stuff like that, they say, "Oh my God, you don't believe in God? Are you Indian or you do voodoo?" A lot of them are afraid that I do voodoo work, and I don't get upset only because I know when people don't understand something, they already make it something bad, and I understand that, so I don't get upset. You know, people only gonna go by what they from a movie or something like that. And I remember once upon a time, it was the cowboys and the Indians in the movies, and we'd be like, kill the Indians, until we realized the Indians was us. Well, some of y'all realize, some of y'all don't care. You celebrate Thanksgiving anyway. You know what it stands for, but you don't care. But anyway, I do things in reference to. Okay, let me just say this for the people that's scared of spirits. Oh my God, Raven's scared of spirits. Because I get it. Some people just not. Listen, I'm not here to convert anybody of anything. If you're afraid of something, I'm not going to make fun of yourself. So I'm letting you know now, I'm about to talk about a lot of spiritual things and spiritual meanings and stuff like that. Because a lot of times you're not ready to receive it because you're afraid, and that's fine. But I started collecting the statues and stuff because of the two spirits. And I've talked about this before. Well, if I haven't talked about it, in case you don't know. As a little child growing up, I used to see spirits. And someone asked me to talk about this again before. Let me stay focused and we'll go to the next part. As a little child growing up, I always saw spirits. You know, like the movie I See Dead People, that was that child. Now, as a child growing up, you don't understand what is happening to you. You think you're going crazy. Of course, as a child, you're gonna run to the woman who birthed you, you're going crazy, you scream, you're hollering, and it will pull me to these people that they couldn't see. I used to see them, but they couldn't see them, and I couldn't. And if you understand what I'm saying, it's like you're pulling me to something that they're standing there like this. They're smiling. And the woman who birthed me and my aunt will pull me to them, and they was standing like this looking at me because I could see them and they couldn't. So I would be going crazy, like, oh my God, I'm screaming, I'm crying, I'm screaming. I'm like, no, no. And I'm screaming, I'm going crazy. So they don't start laughing. And the thing is, like, they was like, what's wrong with you now? Remember, I got two women dragging me. I think I wore about a good 40 pounds. I was skinny as hell. And they dragging me to the bedroom. And this man was sit up there. It was a man, it was an Indian man. And it was two women. Now he had long hair. I thought it was a girl, but it actually was a guy. It was a Indian man. He had big eyes. I could never forget his face. And it was Smile. They call him Yashima, something with a Ya. I forget his name. I seen his face and stuff. So he was there with two girls and stuff. And he was sitting in the middle. They was on the side. They had on all white and stuff. So I'm screaming, I'm screaming, I'm screaming. He's watching me scream, and he's watching them pull me to them. Now they don't see him. I see him. I thought it was a girl, but it was a guy. Found out later on because I got reintroduced to him. So they pulled me to the room. They got me to bed. I'm screaming, hollering, crying, and I would go up underneath the covers and hide my face because I was scared. Even though they would take the spirit would take the sheets and pull it. Oh, I would take the sheets, pull it, mess with me. I was screaming, hollering more, it's like, oh, shut up. If you're having a black mother, what you mean. If you don't shut your mouth, I'll come there and whoop your ass, give you something to holler about. They didn't understand what was going on with me. So as a child growing up, I realized it wasn't going to go away. And I realized that God put people in my life that was going through the same thing I was going through. Because when I started expressing, it's like, oh my God, Raven, that happened to me, that happened to me. And I understood it wasn't just me, it was happening to. And people don't understand it. They're like, oh, it's just the devil. And I get it. Because at the end of the day, white people thought black people was the devil. Now they kind of refactoring this. So was some of them. And some black people call white people the devil. But anyway, I'm not going to that. My point of that comment means that if you don't understand something, you label it as bad. So, as I've gotten older, I learned to accept what was happening to me. Some people have said, well, it's a gift. It was a gift. And to me, it was a curse. It is nothing like explaining to people that something has happened to you and they keep saying, oh, you just must be smoking a reefer. You must be getting high. What kind of drugs you on? It becomes a point where you don't share the story and you don't share your experiences because they already labeled it to something that has nothing to do with something. I wasn't on drugs. I wasn't doing I wasn't doing these things. And they already canceled out what was happening to me and they labeled it because they understand it. So it's almost like a pyramid. And when I say this, the parents that I had used to live right on the corner here. And mind you, I was little. They were married. They broke up. Now the spirits didn't come there. Well, maybe that's when it all happened. I don't know. But I was little, real little. And actually very short. I used to be really short. And they broke up because they was fighting. Back in the day, men used to beat women. It was don't get in grown folks' business. It was not out the norm for a man to beat a woman. It was not out the norm for a woman to get murdered. And it's still happening now. So they broke up, split up. The woman birthed me, took me down to her mother place, stuff like that. Okay. So then she came back. She moved in with my aunt. They got an apartment together, I guess, to raise me. That's when the spirit came inside of my room. That's when it all started. So that's when my aunt needed would pull me to the room and stuff like that, and it was there. This is the parallel I'm trying to tell you. At the corners, they was together, the birth parents. At the top of the hill, on the same street, they started bothering me. Parent, my mother moved. Oh, never said that word. Never called her my mother. I called the woman birthed me. We moved out the place. We moved at the bottom of the hill. At this time, she had a baby. She was pregnant with a baby, my brother. And we were down at the bottom of the hill, same street, same location, same area. It's like the spiritual world would not let me leave. It's like they purposely was not letting me go. So at the bottom of the hill, my brother was born, my only friend that I could have in this world. He died, 4 years old. Oof. He was sick. The doctor gave him too many cc's. He gave him a heart attack and killed him. So after he died at 4 years old, the only friend I had was now dead. I didn't handle that very well. I'm not going to go too deep in that because it's taking me to a darker place and I'm not going in. So, I knew at that point it was not going to go away. I always questioned when he died and stuff like that because it really bothered me. But the spirits didn't leave. They always hung around. They always was there. They was not leaving. They probably watching this video I'm doing as I'm speaking, and I'm sure they are. Usually when I do videos and stuff like this about them, strange flickering or something flicker or happen and stuff like this, like something would really happen because the women shut up. So I didn't have the Indian statues. I kept praying, asking God to give me some type of way to get rid of them because I didn't want them around me. I didn't like it. And everywhere I went to people to try to help me, they kept co-signing that I was on drugs, stuff like that. And, oh, you just need Jesus, stuff like that. And, people have an answer for everything, but it's not the answer. And the weirdest thing is back when I try to tell people different things and they don't want to receive it, they want to give you an answer, but they don't want to receive it. And I try to tell people, there's sage and all this kind of stuff like that. It's like, well, that's what works. That's what works. When I tell people this, there are people who going through this that they know they put down sage and stuff. It don't work. It's that old saying is, until you walk in the shoes, don't say your opinion or something else that somebody told you. But in some cases, it could work for that person, but it may not work for you. There's so many places stuff that said it's still haunted, still haunted. They did the sages, they did all the stuff like that. It doesn't work. And a lot of times people think that it did work because they become more comfortable with it and they decide that the smell, the scent, the body, the perfume smells, they got used to it and say, you know what, I don't want to talk about it more. You got rid of it. And a lot of times you didn't. Like I said before, it's a hard topic to talk about only because people don't like to receive it. And I don't really like talking about it, but anyway. So I went to the Botanica and stuff like that. I was talking to people and stuff like that. I need something to help me get rid of the spirits. So that's when the Indian statues start coming into place. Because at this point, if I can't find somebody to help me, I had to go somewhere else. Now some people say, well, Raven, why don't you go to church? I would listen. I grew up in the church. They was right there with me, sitting in the church with me. There's spirits. Spirits in church. I'm not even going to get into that. Well, there's statues, stuff like that. Well, there's statues in church. There's candles burning in church. But I'm going to go into that. So I went to Botanica to try to help me get rid of it. Now, some people say, but that may be voodoo and stuff like that. But it's not voodoo. We live in this very spiritual world. There is a spiritual warfare that's going on for spirits and body and suicide and stuff like that, which I've talked about this before. And we live in a very spiritual world. You are inside of the flesh, which is this. This is the flesh. You're in this body. You're not of the body. You're in the body. And sometimes people are like, well, when we die, that's it. We're going to be gone. You got little kids that's coming back that's showing you that they've been here before. The little gay ones, the little straight ones, the little bad ones. You get these spirits and stuff come back. Oh, they just about don't understand what's wrong with them. You got a spirit that just came back, but I'm going to go there. I'm going to get too deep about. I could go deeper, real deep, but I'm not going to go too deep. So I went to the botanical stuff and stuff like that, and they gave me the statues to try to help me push them out. Now, when I say the spiritual world, it became a point as far as them touching me, rubbing my back, pulling my hair. And now when I say pulling it, do not think of the Hornet TV version, like yanking me, like going crazy, beating on. No, they would stroke my hair, like playing my hair, a lot of things like that. I'm starting to sound crazy, but. And I started telling people that if you're going to date me, I have to let you know you're going to start saying spirit. Woo, baby. It's not funny, but let me stay focused. Let me get through it first before I go in. Okay, so I went to the botanical store. They started giving me statues, stuff like that, to try to help me get rid of it. I will do I got a bunch of them. I can't tell you everything, but I got a bunch of them. I put them around me, created a shield because I didn't want them to come in and see me anymore because I got tired of it and no one knows what it's like to see people around you all the time. Yes, they're around you when you having sex. They're around you when you're doing other things you should be doing. They're around you all the time. You're in the bathroom, whatever, they're there. They don't really go away. It depends on how open your third eye is. It depends on how much your spiritual tunnel you have inside of you. Pull them to them. Or you could be a spiritual person that they go through. You could be a spiritual person that they talk through and stuff like that. It's a lot levels. It's levels to it. So I bought a bunch of statues. I created a whole circle around me because I didn't want them around me. And I would stay within the circle and stuff like that. And the statues became a protector to keep them out. So they kept a lot of negativity as far as this. And it's funny because people worried about people killing them, and I'm sitting in a world that's within a world, and it is the most horrific thing to go through. People worried about spiritual people killing them on the outside, and I'm sitting here with a room full of people that nobody can see. And it's so crazy because I had no choice whether I wanted to deal with it or not. It wasn't going to. I had no choice in the matter. It was not going to go away. I burned the incense. I did everything you could do. It didn't go away, and they're not going away. So going through it, it takes you to different levels and stuff. And I try to teach you about the spirits whispering stuff in your ear to commit suicide and stuff like that. Usually when you get those type of thoughts of suicide, it's because your spirit is so weak, you're broken, whatever the case may be. It's easy to enter your body when your spirit and your vibrations are very low. Now, when I say enter your body, it means it can enter into you. Then it can't stay because you're still going to be in there. But it's easy to enter into your body when you have given up on life and they start whispering to the suicide and stuff like that. When I talked about this before. It's easy to enter you because you're already unhappy and you halfway in this world. You're like this. Every day you just don't get better. So it's easy for them to feel that vibration and sit there and try to enter your body. Now, they try to make you commit suicide. I talked about this before, just in case you just joined this channel, but It's easy to enter to your body when you are very depressed and depressed and want to commit suicide because you're not present within the body. So whispering in your ear, commit suicide, commit suicide, commit suicide. That's what I kept telling you before. Don't do it because it's them whispering in your ear. And I try to give you the thumbs up on how to deal with it and say, in the name of Jesus, the blood of Jesus, stuff like that. And they'll shoot off away when you use Jesus' name. Now, when I sit back and I created them, not created them, but when I bought them, it was supposed to be a protector for my son, spiritual protector. Now, when people come into the room, which I did not know, they were like, "Oh my God, you do voodoo, you do black magic, you do black work," and that's not what I did. Now, me myself, I didn't know that that's what they thought or saw, but I would watch people go, "Oh my God!" Like, people would come into the room, they would freak out, they would go crazy, stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you what I learned that I didn't know. A lot of times, lessons are being taught to you, and if you're not aware of it, you're like, "Why are y'all freaking out?" And I'm gonna tell you why. I told you the reason why I did statues was to keep the spirits out, the bad ones, the scary ones, stuff like that. Remember I just said the spirits that are inside of people's bodies and stuff, suicide that's there, thinking something bad. Oh my God, they're freaking out. Those are amongst the wicked people. And I'm saying that these people are wicked, but it keeps out negativity people that see things as bad. Now to them, it's like their spirits are unsettling with it. Now, if you're a good person and you are a good nature, you're not going to see it. There was, oh, the statues are, this how I know that you're okay. Like the vibration that you bring are more positive. Well, you see them as something really bad and it freaks you out because you're having a problem with it because of that evil spirit in you. Now, I didn't know that's what was happening before. I'd be like, oh, it's not that way. But I realized that when you're a very negative person and your spirit is not right and you're up to do no good to me, you have a problem with it. And I've learned that now. There is a tear in the ozone layer. That's why the world seems so shifted upside down. Though think about 3 o'clock in the morning when the spirits used to go out and go back in about 3:30 used to come out. 4 o'clock they would go back in. Now they're walking the earth all the time. They're not going back in. They would do movies and they would go 3:30 click and the movies were very accurate on people's stories that was happening. You thought it was just a movie. Oh my God, I'm scared, but it was actually people's lives. And the reason why I understood it because their story was my story, but it made it into a movie because I said, well, people are probably gonna freak out, they're not gonna believe this. And they get people more desensitized as far as, the other world. Now, people already getting introduced to this as far as being something scary. So when you share the story, they're already connecting it to that. And a lot of times, guys have told me they've been very afraid and stuff like that. It's because they were not right for me. They lied to me. They was not right for me. And I always get my answer when they walk through my door. Now, a lot of times I was not ready to receive the answer because sometimes I'm like, well, maybe I'm wrong. Sometimes you want to believe that you're wrong. Sometimes you want to believe that the greater good. Sometimes you want the lie because the truth hurts. I never understood that saying until it hit me in my face. The truth do hurt because a lot of times you want to be wrong because sometimes you really want these people to be good people. And the truth hurts. Sometimes the lie is better than the truth. So when a guy tells me I have a problem with them statues, they freak me out, they scare me. That's the spiritual world letting me know, Raven, he's not for you. You looking at this man through loving eyes. He's not for you. Raven, that's not the answer you want. He's not for you. You got to keep trying. Now, in my heart, my soul, I'm going, I watch a man that I was crazy about. And the thing about it, I hate to share too much because if you notice that when I do share stories with y'all, they be true. That's what some people come on and sign on and say, well, you just try to do something. So a lot of times, a lot of stuff I share with y'all know they be true. And I try to, and I always feel like God works in mysterious ways. So a lot of times you think I'm making up stories and I'm telling lies. Sometimes a person can out themselves and let other people realize, well, damn, they've been telling the truth all this time. Even though I may get mad at the way they did it, but it kind of lets you get confirmation that the stories I've been sharing with you has been true. There have been guys that I really want to be with. There have been guys I've been really attracted to. There have been guys I just was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. He's so fine. He's so sweet. He's so nice. And it's been a trick. And one guy, oh God, he might see this video, but you know what? I bite my tongue for so long. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to tell you. And if you see it, so be it. I met a guy. I really liked him. We met. I met him offline. We met. If I share too much, you definitely gonna know what I'm talking about. And came to my house and everything, and we met. We didn't have sex. We did not have sex. We lay in the bed. We talked. He told me some stuff about him that was very shockingly. I won't share his business, but it wasn't no disease, stuff like that. Kiss my soul. No, it wasn't that. I don't tell everything about other people's lives. But he shared a lot of stuff that I was gullible about, but I learned. Gorgeous guy, beautiful, fine as hell. We didn't have sex and stuff like that, and something transpired. I'm laughing because he probably gonna see it. He's like, say the rest of it, bitch. I want to see you talking on me. Something transpired. And he did something he wasn't supposed to do. We'll just say that. Let's just say this. A song that goes, pack your bags. Anyway. If you're watching my channel, if the song goes to that person, he probably knew. Anyway. So anyway, he took something that wasn't supposed to be taken from me. Let's say that. We got into arguments, stuff like that. Me being a dum-dum, he explained the situation. Me being a dum-dum, I let him come back. Again. 5 years later, he finally made it back. 5 years later. I've been apologizing to you. It's not what you think, and I'm like, oh, God. I talked to a couple of people that said, well, if you give him a chance, he may be different. I said, okay. So I gave him a chance. It's been getting too long, so let me speed up. So I gave him a chance to let him come back and stuff because I really wanted it to work and stuff. And maybe I'm wrong. Sometimes the lie feels better than the truth. So I let him come back. Got something to drink, fixing something to eat. We drank, we talked. He was like, give me a chance. No, he came back probably saying, we didn't do something the second time. We came back, he didn't do that. But we actually became more closer and talking and stuff, so We didn't do nothing. The third time he came back, that's when we did something. I couldn't get him out of my mind, so the third time he came back, we did something. That's when I fixed him something to eat. We drank. Um, we did adult activities. And in my mind, I was glad that I let him come back because I was glad that I was wrong. He was so fine. He had no problem being with me. He actually spoke really highly about the trans people and the gay people. He really spoke really high how you don't like how they get treated. And he identified basically as, I guess, asexual. He didn't have a choice as far as sexuality. He didn't care. And in my mind, I kept thinking he was like a hustler. And I was glad that I was wrong. We decided we was going to basically move forward because he had a problem with me, I had a problem with him. He did his thing, I did my thing, and I said nothing negative. And the thing is, I spent the night. Other things happened. Man is fine as hell. Oh, the man is gorgeous. Taller than me, fine as hell. I shouldn't have said that point. And all of a sudden, I'm happy. Fell asleep next to him. Beautiful man. I'm looking at him and say, wow. God seen you finally. God does answer prayers. Then all of a sudden, fell asleep next to him. I woke up to somebody throwing up. So I'm like, are you okay? Kept throwing up, throwing up. I'm like, why are you throwing up? Throwing up. He's like, I'm sick. I'm sick. So I'm like, why are you throwing up though? Now, when I'm seeing him throwing up, I'm thinking, no, don't tell me you one of the ones that I'm supposed to stay away from. Throwing up, I mean, he's throwing up. I'm trying to help him and stuff. He's throwing up. So he's like, get off of me, don't touch me. This video's going to laugh. It's not funny. So, came back next to me, got us some mouthwash and stuff, and he left out. We didn't live out that night. He woke up the next morning. He came back to bed, went to sleep. Funny, but he had to go back a couple of times to throw up. So then we talked and stuff in reference to relationships and stuff. My personal opinion, he was probably thinking, bitch, when I leave this house, you ain't never going to see me again. You tried to poison me. And that's not what I did. But the thing is, the spiritual protection was around me. And the spirit and everything he said to me that I believe said, oh, no, no, my friend, you got to go. So while I lay next to him and I'm thinking I'm going a certain way, I always say God had a different story than the one I was going to share that I had. God had a different story. It's like, oh, no, no, not up in here. Not this one. You got to go. Because your intentions and everything you're about to do to Raven is not going to happen. You got to go. Now, me, myself, I knew the answer. And trust me, I didn't want the answer. But it was the truth. And this has just happened since I've learned more of the protection that was happening to me. It went to the spiritual world. And spirits are in bodies. It took me a while for that to connect. I know you'd be like, well, Raven, you've been saying spiritual world, two spirits. Yeah, but sometimes things don't always connect, even though you say it. So the thing is, he left away. He wouldn't even answer my things. He got back and, and then he's gone. Went to his page, found he had a girlfriend, a whole bunch of other stuff. It was a lot more deeper. I'm not going to go any more deeper than that, but this is the reason why, if you ever wonder why the statues were there, it was for his spiritual protection. And obviously, spiritual living and spiritual dead. But I actually bought it for spiritual dead, but it actually transpired for spiritual living. So when I realized that people had a problem with my statues, and they let me know, it was the spiritual world letting me know, sorry, Raven, you got to try again. This man is not for you. And trust me, it hurts. It hurts. I'm not going to front. It hurts like hell to get that answer. It hurts. It hurts. It's not the answer you want, but it's the truth. And when they say the truth hurts, the truth hurts. Another guy just found his channel. Oh God, I know he's going to see this video because he told me, your statue's scaring me. And I want to tell him that the reason why they scare you is because you up to no good. And sometimes I may not want to know the answer, but sometimes God will let them tell me themselves. They scare me. That's God's way of saying, see, Raven, since you're so hard-headed and you keep thinking that these men are for you, I'm gonna let them tell you themselves. So when they let me know, I know they're not for me. And it hurts, because they be some of the ones I really want. It hurts, but it's the truth. And I'm not saying it applies to every man, because sometimes some could slip through. But I listen. I listen to men now. I listen when men talk. I learned to shut up when they talk to me. And I listen. Because after a while, if you keep your mouth shut, he's going to reveal himself to you. And one thing I'm going to tell you, it may not be the answer you want, but it's going to be the truth. And the truth hurts because it's not what you want to hear. Anyway. So now you realize why I have the Indian statues. And now you realize as far as the spiritual connection I have with them. And now you realize, I told you something's going wrong. Now my mind still want to call. Now you realize that what they're about. So now you see the Indians and the stuff in my house, and I watch how people freak out when they see them. Now I know why, and now you'll know why. So whenever you hear somebody saying, "Oh, I can't," all them African things that they scare me, now you know why. It is the spiritualness, as far as people not really being for me. And some people would say, "Well, they still freak me out because I'm scared of them." Sometimes people don't really want to receive the message because of the messenger. I went to see a woman who dealt with spirits and stuff. And when I told her my story, she said, I didn't know God let people like you see spirits. Because her mind was shut off. She thought only spiritual people come a certain gender, a certain way. People come to me all the time. Why do you look so much like an Indian? Why is everything... I said, I look like me. But people see what they want to see. Everything about my life, everything about spirits, everything about it has been taught to me from spirits, not from another person. I've never once said this person told me about this spirit, about this spirit. All of it told you was that the Indians were there to protect me. Everything I've learned, the grabbing, the touching, the holding, people come to me about their stories, their babies. And that's probably why I cater so much to the transgender murders, because they were spirits. I don't know. Everything I do, everything I've done has not been my plan. It's not. Trust me. Nothing I've done has been a part of my plan. I've just been the instrument with a story to share with other people that want to receive the message. And we already know a lot of times people are not going to receive the message because they can't stand the messenger. Anyway, like I said before, I love your feedback on this. What did you think about the statues and stuff? How did you feel about it? Like I said before, I love your comments. Like and share my videos, subscribe to my channel. And I've been reading your comments on how you feel about this. Are you a two-spirit person? Do you understand about the spirits now? Do you get it? Are you a spiritual person? Do you go through the same channels? Have you tried to talk to people about spirits and stuff? They shoot you down too? Put it in the comment section. Because sometimes you need to place a vent and you can share it. Okay. Like I said before, subscribe to my channel. At the top, there's the Instagram button. Share my video. At the top, there's the Instagram button. You follow me, I follow back. Let you, I love you. And thank you for watching. Kiss 3.